we don't carry one Obonge man come our studio today, make it come give us small story, because if I say big story, we not go come here today. And we they get somebody where we say they can represent what they really they go on for the town today, where people they say now the trendy story, which is COVID-19, popularly known as coronavirus. You know, some people say the thing not they exist. Some say that they think and play politics. Some say it not the Nigeria. Some say where some go beat them here. It not be like abroad the way it be. And in the year today to come tell everybody say the first wave come, it pass. This second wave, whether it go good or whether it go bad or at least when we hear from her today, I know say many people will know say this thing is there here. Now what we fit deal with as it comes so. And oga pata where we they talk about so. In then Dr. Andrew Obi. You're welcome, sir.
Our people now do.
Well, okay, you go. If we say make you give us long story, as I talked before, we not go come here today. I beg you fit just put mouth for 1-2 things over this present stage of the COVID-19, the way it comes so.
My brother, I thank you well for this opportunity. We wanna give us make we take talk for this matter. I hear what you talk as you start the discussion. I want to tell everybody, say this Coro, na real thing, e dey. No be only for abroad, na e dey. E dey Nigeria and for inside Edo State, this Coro dey. Since March this year, over 9 months now we first report our first case. And with the support we Oga Governor give us, he put hand for our back. He say, my children, wanna go a day there. Now make us start work. And as we start work for over 9 months for Edo State, if you remember, almost every day, 9 governor, they come out for TV, they do press briefing. They put in certain measures. Edo State now one state for the country we talk say we no go do full lockdown. If you remember, when Lagos and some other states they do full lockdown, you look and you say, this full lockdown will affect us negatively. Because anything we will do for this life, it gets implication. And you look the economic implication, you can't talk, say no. Say we go do partial lockdown. Essential services go they run. And we can't do the entire thing. We were able to contain this particular outbreak. We do so many things. One of the strategies where governor put hand for our back then, he say, as we know this disease before, he say, the only way we will fit take carry on, he say, we get our own local data. And one of the ways to get our own local data, we say we go carry out certain activities to make sure, say, this, we will identify this. We can't do screening. If you remember that time, canopy full everywhere. People, they go from house to house, they tell people, say, those people who notice symptoms, the moon come out. They come out for TV that time. So we can't do screening. That's one of the first strategy. Plan say we will screen over 500,000 people. Until date, we don't meet that number. We say out of that 500,000 people we will go screen, we will check them. Some of them will meet case definition. What do they call case definition? And that thing will go make us think, say, if he be say this na Coro, okay? Remember, say, they tell say if person body they hot, if the person they cough, if he like say he they weak, if he know they breathe well, they breathe up, or they feel they smell well, or in mouth feel like say if he chop something, go feel talk about the taste. Those are certain case definition. Or maybe you travel come from China and Obodo Ibo that time. So they look at, so from that number where they screen, we'll come take sample for at least 10% of it. Now we they think that particular time. So we're going to say 5,000 people. Okay? So we say if we test 50,000 of those numbers, we will fit identify maybe 5,000 cases or 500 cases. So we can't follow them up. So we do over 500,000 screening. We set up structure for laboratory. That time, no later, Now they test. For even southeast of this country. Now governor put and say, this kind of disease, we need to know whether it dey or no dey. So it can support the system. As we dey talk now, 4 laboratories, they test for Edo State. Edo State alone. And our governor now put hand for all these institutions. Can provide platform where even private institutions, hospitals, fee even come into testing. So now, Lily, na private hospital, they carry out test. UBTH na federal government hospital, it support them to they do test. Iro and a federal government hospital, still support them for there. It can still set up one for our backyard here for Edo specialist. You know, so screening testing very, very important. And when you don't test, you will come identify people who get disease where you go treat. So you can look and say, if the number where would they see so fee reach that number over 500, we need to get capacity to be able to manage this number. Now it can look UBTH, can help them set up their isolation facility.
The state government.
State governor put hand for their back. You know. He also supports IROA. He can't say now, since state now supposed to show leadership, now he can't set up what they call the Obasanjo isolation facility. That one now, over 300 bed capacity to manage COVID cases. Because all these cases no go come once, but it dey important say where they go treat them, it dey. And the people where they we go treat them, what they call health personnel, he train them. Yeah. So you can't train them. Make sure say they train them. As the response they go, federal government can they support us small. Okay? So it shows strong leadership. So what would they call pillars of the response? Pillars now the thing we will make us say our response strong gidigba. Okay? And one aspect of that screening where would they talk? Initially now they call surveillance. Where person go they waka, go they look for people we figure nyama disease. So we get strong surveillance pillar for the response. Then all the theory what they do, like the one they do now, people need to hear what they need to do to stay healthy, to stay safe. Now what they call risk communication. That one, they very important. Where you go, that you see say billboard information. You see person where they use face mask, they cover their face. Like me now. The reason why I wear face mask, we say it is important when people gather. Say we protect ourselves. So these are risk communication measures. Where would they talk? No, where would they call non-pharmaceutical intervention? Wearing face masks when you know say you want to come out for house, or where you want to go place where people dey. These are the things where would they preach. Say nine go be one of those things where go save us from contracting this yama disease. This sanitizer where would they put for here? So another very important thing. So all these strategies where we talk. Now we look for the first wave.
If I say make I give you time, if like waiting I talk, I say we'll not go come up for here. But you get one thing where people they ask us, and I believe say when we carry our waka enter road, enter street, some people don't know the first outbreak and the second outbreak. I beg, I make you put small, at least check them out for the difference between the first one and the second one, because the first one make people fear. But this second one, when they make us understand, say, that first one good, it better pass them. This second one, it hot well. I mean, if you make people know the difference between the first one and the second one.
My brother, thank you very much for that particular issue where you raised now. The first one, you see, now I tell you as I start, say, people behavior. You see, waiting they make the second one be like, say, a bad pass the first one. So people don't say, no be that thing. You know, catch me now. And all the rumors where they go up and down say, the thing don't even finish. That perception, where people they call perception. Now that poor perception of waiting bad. And the acceptance say, no serious. Now they make the thing bad pass the first wave. Now, the first wave, it take us about 7 months where we take contain them. By July this year, we peak. For every infectious disease outbreak, where nyama where they call this, like Coro, We even get Lassa fever too. Infectious disease outbreak. They go with they talk say when it starts, it go they grow. You can't reach top. What do they call peak? And after a while, the thing go come down. Now, what go make you peak for infectious disease outbreak? Saying that your response, how you take coordinate your response, how you take quick identify people who are sick and treat them. For Edo State, for July now we peak. That means we reach the top of the outbreak because we are aggressive with our response. As people they sick, we quickly identify them, put them for treatment. And after a while, for August, the thing can they drop. Oh, we enter September. By October, every month, the cases where they report self, not even reach 20. Before, in a month, they report almost 600. Okay? Now the thing can they drop, go 20. Down to, for November, where we can't they get active case of even less than 2 in the states. Okay? So, that means that the first wave 9 come down. So, it can't come down to a level where everybody can't believe say Coro don't waka. Don't go. Now that stage 9 we do when we can't they monitor the patterns. We can't they see say if like say another strain don't they come because this virus they get sense where as you they look for way where you take killer, you they look for where you want to take survive. Yes. Now the thing do they say I must survive. Now call that variant where they waka up and down where they call B117 strain where they see for UK and South Africa. Come here say that strain don't come out too.
That's for those 2 countries.
Those 2 countries, and you know our people they travel well.
Yes.
You know say our states.
I will call them again.
Now B117.
B117.
Yeah, that one a special strain. What we will talk now? They call a mutation. Now adapt. The virus they look for how it want to survive, and in that process it can't change. Can't change. I must survive. We they look for how we want to kill them. Okay. Now they can't find out say that particular strain. If like say the thing they spread fast, they spread past the former one where they. And you know say when the thing come down for October, November, we can't relax so many things. Schools can't open, orientation camp open. People come, they travel, they work out different parts. Everywhere, crusade,
footballers who play ball.
Everybody can relax. And that's not the dangerous part of it. Yes. That's the danger of it. Now that time, people say, Coro don't finish. And another thing, my brother, for that first wave, we end. We call the thing can't come down and people know they die like they see them for America or for Europe. They want to say, let's say this is not serious for Africa. You know, serious for Nigeria, you know, serious for Edo State. Maybe now make some of our people come relax. I don't know. That's why we tell them, say, there's no need to relax. So we can't notice, first week of December come. The number where we never see for 2 months, we can't see them every day. Now we consider, now our governor say, Dr.Obi, what one they do so? If like say that thing will they happen for Igbo, it don't they come this side though. Now we tell our guy, with your support, we go make sure say nothing go spoil. So now we start the work. Before we even say Jack Robinson, for Abuja PTF, don't they say, Nigeria don't they enter second wave. More na dey careful. The next thing, you can't hear things bordering on some possible restrictions in people where they come from some countries of the world because they say now for there, now the things start. As we the same we put hand for table, they write. The next thing, every day the number go just they go up. The number just they go up. And wait till we see from 1st of December, 9 that number start to they go up. So waiting don't come down in the past 7 months. Suddenly can start to the waka up again. So begin to see the same thing where we see when we start the thing.
Yes.
Now that one might be second wave. So the number in reported cases of coronavirus, the number don't they waka, they go up again. Like I tell you before the program starts, my brother, early in the month we see 2, we see 3, we see 4. Before we know what thing they happened yesterday, now 18, now we see. One day.
Yesterday.
18 new cases.
Total today now, how many?
The total cumulative today, Where we dey talk say how many of these cases dey our state here? Yes. Over 2,800. Now we dey talk say they here. So the thing, my brother, they bother us.
You get one question what people they ask, and when they go ask us, the one that they write them out. That's what we tell them. But today, it be like they go know the difference between then and now. The 2,000 plus. Now the calculation where they come from the first time.
So the first time
to this very period, that's what people they ask.
Yes.
Say no, where they think come, now be 2,000 plus have been now before and now.
Now all of them cumulatively, my account still talk small.
Before we go,
okay.
I go want to take a break because this matter what they talk so. We go come back to the numbers. We'll come back to the way people they look and say it not they happen. Some people they now they go enter banks. They go wear face masks. They go enter inside bank, they go remove them.
Okay.
Then, so go put up. Some people they use pockets till they wear face masks. So they use jaw till they wear face masks.
Some people they put up for back of their head.
Put up for back. They'll say wait itself. Some people they now areas where they say if you not wear face mask, you don't feel enter. They go hold on for hand.
Once they enter,
you don't finish. So
they say now hair the thing day. Then because they wear face mask. When the thing newly start that time, some people they put their clothes for outside before they enter house. This Coro matter, the clothes where they spread for rope, where they pack enter house. The Coro they fear the clothes where they put for rope.
Hey brother, you funny well. The truth matter we say, the way the virus they behave for first wave, it never change. In terms of how people take they catch them or carry and go about. The virus, they say heavy. Okay, the virus heavy, it carry weight, and so the principle where would they say make person sit down, they observe physical distances. We say because the virus they heavy. If for instance I they talk now, okay, and I know where this marks, and you the distance where you don't they apart from me now, before I reach where you they go don't fall for ground. Now that's one I be the principle of physical distancing. But if people jam pack, like you talk, say when I go market the other day, where everybody want do final sale or billy, everybody shout say Ogbele, one say everybody, you know, even go see space where you want pass. That kind of environment, how did it not go spread? Okay, that is why we talk. Say when you walk out, come out, wear face masks, because this mask, the virus, if you fall for the face masks, you know go feel pass. That be the principle. Okay, so but it is possible, my brother. Say as we dey talk now, the virus fit fall for this chair where I sit down so, or fall for table, or even fall for the phone, or even dey person hand. That na the means what they call contact. That's why if you remember they say, if your eye they scratch, you no use your hand take scratch am. If your nose they scratch, you no put your hand inside, because if you do one like that, the virus will dey your hand, we feed dey your hand. You don't carry am enter inside body. You don't inoculate yourself. That means inoculation means you don't carry the nyama enter body. Okay, so people where they work, we still dey tell people as you waka comot for house, you come back, the cloth where you wear, nyama fit dey inside. Carry and come out a section of the house where you dey, waka straight to your bathroom, pull the cloth bath. All those things that we do the first time, now they tell say the thing never change, we must still do them. But the other question where you can't ask, where come make me laugh, say what about the cloth where they spread for outside? I understand. That one you wash them, and most likely because say that cloth dey on top of place where it go dry, e no follow you waka enter market, e no follow you waka enter where they play ball, e no follow you enter your office place where more people dey wey go fit expose that your material where you wear or you to infectious disease. So that's why what you do for your cloth where you take waka go come back, not be the same thing that you go do for cloth where you don't wash. And besides, that washing process where you use soap, you know, say soap and the virus, they no be friends. Once soap enter inside cloth, it dey deactivate, it dey make the virus say you know they effective. And the fact say you sun dry, that rise in temperature also join help deactivate, make sure say the virus you know they effective. So basically, wetin dey drive transmission na coughing, sneezing, living in a confined space where there's no enough space for people to separate. So that's gathering will come make them really, I say, the thing people they more exposed. Then contact through hand or cloth. So you need to wash your hand. So hand washing, another very vital thing where we need to also observe, will go protect us. So as you they look the problem, the solution they there, they look here.
My brother, you see, you get one particular understanding with people. You know, one of our staff, she late come work today. I call her. I say, Oga just they ask me, say, where you dey? And they say, you never come. I say, no, see motor. That comes, I say, why? He say, if you want to enter motor, they say 2 for front, 4 for back. And with what he understand as a reporter, he knows say that they talk and say 1 for front, maybe 2 for back. Now make she dey road until she can see motor expensive, we can drop her. How una go take do sensitization, most especially these motor drivers for parks? Then how una go do this sensitization to even bank security before they open gate for customer to come in? If you dey pick your face mask from pocket, put for face, the fit tell you say wait. Now you know where you pass conscience. How this sensitization will fit go on inside market or banks or churches or because I dey hear one thing now be say some people, some church, some pastors, they say it not concern us. Pata, if we do our service, we go lock everywhere. So how this sensitization are they ready?
Brother, I thank you well. This sensitization are what they call risk communication. All the stakeholders, as we talk, even yesterday, one of Papa, we be chairman of CAN, they interview him for one of our TV and radio station. Because throughout this response, the first way and even now, we engage all stakeholders, religious leaders, traditional institutions, business, banking institutions, all stakeholders. We get meeting with all their various associations and their leadership. We engage them with, we ask them questions, say, how na go take joint government address this COVID-19 matter? And everyone say, the way Oga governor take call them inside, they go support them. So virtually, if not all, organizations and groups, we don't engage them. But now again, because of this second, we want re-engineer that process to sustain the gains where we don't record. We need to thank some of our churches and religious institutions, mosques. Some of them, since that thing starts, then the response where they do self, no know whether na first or second, they observe them. You go to some banks, they no go even allow you enter without wearing face mask. So those banks who they do, we encourage them to sustain it. For those people who never catching or they don't feel say the Coro don't end, want to encourage them. One use this medium to still appeal to them. Say, Coro never finish. In fact, make I tell you something will go shock you. It go take before Coro go come out. Waiting we don't they do for Edo State now. We don't they integrate Coro into our health system. Because all this one we are second wave or even third wave, people go just the activity. No, one make and say it inside the health system. So whether first, second, or third wave, we don't build capacity. We know what we will do. We don't also engage the ear keys and all the various like ROTN, Road Transport, Employee Association, your Road Transport Workers, all of them, even the keke people.
Yes.
We don't have meetings with all of them. We don't tell them, say, these things still deal. May they observe all the necessary preventive measures. And even the taxi people and the bus people, this spacing where we talk, we give example just now about your staff. Now something we need to tell them, say, may they enforce. But you know our people. You know our people now. You know, you go tell bus driver, say, now 1 for front or 2 for back. He will ask you, say, how you want to survive? But we know, say, our governor, he don't first talk and he addressed us recently. He say, those things we do before, we make us win this battle, make we sustain them. And through the leadership, we'll try to find a way where they will enforce some of these things. Because we need to do some form of subtle enforcement.
Yes.
Because, you know, our people, if they speak grammar, give them, they go laugh. They say, when you come out, they go do it in their mind. So maybe some form of subtle enforcement will help us achieve some of the objectives we will get, so that our people go comply. If person knows, say, because they know wear face masks, okay, enter inside a particular place, or he carry a particular event, and all those large number of people come there, say government go find them. You say that person go do one, you know go do one. So now that place now enforcement there, but we go do one with in such a way, with we get human face, because we know say the economic situation, you know say we dey recession.
Yes.
But we need to manage the situation so that our health no go dey compromised because of say we dey run around to get a means of.
When I newly start this thing, when I newly start this thing, we dey see am and we dey hear am. Once a cash person or na know, especially prominent people, una go announce the name or her name. But later una can stop. That's one. Another one now be say schools or dem oga kpatakpata for up, they talk am. Oga kpatakpata for this side, they talk am. Say school suppose open 10th, some na even 11th. Oga kpatakpata dey announce and say 18. Now we dey look, make we pray, make it not increase pass like this. If it pass like this, we don't know where we'll carry and go. Some still they ask now, say, even the last one when it pass, so some children not fit carry education for head again. Now, they enter New Year. So they say this thing follow 2020 come out. We don't enter New Year. They enter 2021 and they don't carry and enter, say children go enter school 18. And the people of level 12 down, may they never go work. You don't say and I say the thing don't enter 2021.
You know, that way talk. You remember what I talked? I said this Coro matter. You're not going to leave us in a hurry. You know, we must learn to live with COVID. I think that's one of the things where we feel get out of this entire conversation. You know, and the PTF, in their wisdom, don't look the situation. If we are having this number of cases, we don't increase now. And as the cases don't, we want to observe whether nobody to they alive now be most important thing. If they talk about school, nobody person where they alive now go school. So we go look and to make sure say we not get problem for our handle. That's why they look and say, okay, maybe 18th. But when we see how the entire things be, that is why they look and they tell say our people. The thing we go make sure say some of the activities where we do, we start them early. Now our behavior. Now that thing I go fuel. So the thing where we do for this Yuletide, where they call Christmas period, so how we take live our life, how we take imbibe some of these preventive measures, we go begin to reap the fruit for January. You know, it's just like say person, my brother, say they enjoy Valentine. After Valentine, come carry belly.
Yes.
Why they complain now? So, no, you do enjoyment. So now, as you they do all those waka, they waka up and down, they do party. To the morning you day party, after you day party, evening you day party. Some nights, if you day all night.
Yes.
You can't talk say January. may everything be okay. So all of us, we must join hands, and that's why we dey talk say people will take responsibility. Not be only government, not be only oga kpatakpata we put hand for our back. Now go take responsibility. Not be only us, everybody, whether you dey media or you dey religious institution or you dey business traders, go Mission Road, you see wetin dey happen for the go New Benin, you see wetin. No, even for school, all the institutions, everybody must take responsibility. And how do you take responsibility? You say you put in measures. No face mask, no entry policy. They get some places before when we did the first wave, you no go even fit enter there without face mask. Yes. Everybody don't relax now. Some places, some eateries, some of those restrictions we will bring in for the first wave, it needs to come back now. That is the only way we will feel contain this outbreak. This
carry Waka enter airport. I reached Lagos one day. The way they go command you drop your bag, then the next thing they will tell you, say go wash your hand and rub sanitizer. Before you come, they don't. I think Abuja the same thing. For Benin Airport here, we never see that one like that. And they never do it for my presence.
Okay, never do. Even the people where the airport, they work. You see, they work closely with us, and that one of those things, like I tell you just now, say this is our Benin. Most of our people where they Europe, you know, say we they travel well. It plays in a convergence point, you know, and that's why we are taking it very, very seriously. Because anything where they London, the distance between London and Lagos no far, and Lagos and Benin no far. I know so plenty of our people. So now one of those areas, as you put mouth for this thing now, we don't already engage them for airport. See, these measures we need to strengthen now. The contamination where we they talk, and all the other things where we need to do. Not be only for airport itself, everywhere. But that point they very important because of people where they call persons of interest, POI. As they call them returnees, we they monitor them. In fact, we don't get some numbers, few persons we travel come, they sick, we find out saying a corona they get, they don't start treatment. So when we say we get strain for UK, we get strain for South Africa, we they monitor all these points of entry and exit very well, so that to make sure say we safeguard our people. And I want to use this opportunity, my brother. You know, most of the times these people they will come like this, they will just go village, they want to go greet their in-law. Yes. Everybody, once they hear say their brother just come from Bodo, and so they hug them, they do everything, they forget, say, if we carry Coro come, I know say that they do test. You know, you go do test before you travel come. But how you know, say, maybe the time when they do the test, the thing never mature. Yes. After like 5 days, go notice some of them come sick. And that's why we tell them, say, maybe they reach out to the Ministry of Health. Once they come in, they should reach out to us, so I will follow up on them. And those people for airport, they have been very helpful. They work with us to make sure that these persons, as they come in, we get their details, so we can follow up on them. So all of us now, complete system where they work. So that matter where you raise, and something where we even need to strengthen. They work very well for first wave. We will encourage them to work better for this second wave.
Okay, we will not leave you now, because now two things people they ask us. And that two questions, you will help us give them the checklist definition. PCR, what in it be? Then NCDC. People want to know because they hear them. They don't understand them.
Okay, make I start with PCR.
Yes.
I go tell you explain so that people go understand. That one now, big Oyibo, they call them polymerase chain reaction. But leave that one. What do people need to understand for that PCR? PCR will be like Supreme Court. You know what thing they happen for Supreme Court? If you get matter, maybe from High Court, you will go to appeal and here. So when you reach Supreme Court and they say na so it be, that means na so that particular thing be. So for this corona matter, PCR on our Supreme Court. And for Edo State, we get 4 molecular PCR machines. So now for there, if we take sample for you and they say it's negative,
or a positive, you will know say you don't check am well. And we get very strong quality assurance measures, both internal and external quality assurance, to make sure say every time all the results wey we do for those things is correct. So PCR na the Supreme Court for testing.
High court now when I look you say you dey come. You say your body dey do this, I say okay. Based on my clinical judgment, you fit get Coro. That one na high court. That's clinical case definition. Okay? From there, I was okay, maybe do RODT, we'll find out whether Coro dey. You can't do RODT, tell you say you dey positive or negative. That one na court of appeal. That one no confirm, say whether you get am or you no get am.
Yeah.
Come carry and go Supreme Court. Supreme Court na the final stage. Then my brother, the other one you call NCDC.
Yes.
Now the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Now that one na be the umbrella body. They coordinate this entire COVID-19 matter.
Yes.
So now all the issues bordering on infectious disease outbreak management, whether na Coro, whether na Lassa, whether na meningitis, all infectious diseases. And that get constitutional right to manage all these things.
Yes.
And even research into matters related to infectious diseases.
You don't put mouth for so many areas. And if I allow you continue, the matter it gets as it will long reach. And when it don't too expand past this one, it will create more awareness to the public. And now waiting with you talk, we say, thank you for coming to this program today.
It's a pleasure.
And our people don't hear some area where you carry mouth enter. And like I said before, when I don't know the full name, because I cut some things, I go read the name out. He position and waiting they do. Because if you not see her for outside now, because and that man that day night be this. He name now Dr.Obi, Incident Manager Consultant COVID-19 Response, Edo State. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And people, I say make we end this matter here. My name still remains Osa Idele Obedi. Thank you very much.